Yo, good people, it's your boy Surrender, man, and we're back at you with another Headbanger Boogie, man. And today we're talking about mastering velocity banking. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, so you are velocity banking and you want to know what else do you need to know? Okay, there's not a whole bunch else you need to know. You're well on your way once you have understood the philosophy of velocity banking. Okay, you are well on your way when you have realized that there is an importance of good credit versus bad credit, good debt versus bad debt, and the fact that you need capital. Okay, once you have digested the understanding of that, you're well on your way. I think for a lot of us, we just haven't gotten to the point where we understand the importance of credit and debt. And these are things that we learned, you know, back in school. For the most part, you learned about credit and debit, but you really didn't understand the philosophy, how important it would be to modern day life. And so what I'm saying to you today is that if you go back to our video, which I'll leave a description in, is that, you know, Velocity Banking 101. You read that, once you get the understanding of that, once you can take control of your debt, once you can transition from bad debt to good debt, right? Meaning that once you can transition from things being a liability, taking money from you, and cross over into things being an asset, giving money to you, you're well on your way. There's not a whole bunch of you need to know after that. See, the whole thing with velocity banking is giving you some true and tried method of paying off your debts. And here's the thing for the most of us, we are easy to get into debt, hard to get out of. And that's pretty much understandable for the most of us. It's easy to get in and it's hard to get out because we get into it and we understand, okay, I can go and spend 5,000, but they're only asking me to pay back 100. And then next thing you know, you get caught in paying back that $5,000 for 10, 15 years, you know, and it's like, why are you still paying out $5,000 5 years later? I mean, especially if you're making, you know, let's say you're making $5,000 a month. You could, in a month's time, kill your debt, but instead you're wearing that debt. And that happens to a lot of us. We wear the debt. We wear the car loan for the 6 years. And what happens is you end up going to get another car after 3 years and you never pay off a vehicle. You just continue to pay notes. All right. You go from an apartment, a rental apartment, to a home that you never own. So if you're renting an apartment for, let's say, $1,000 a month, and then you get into buying a home for $1,200 a month mortgage, but you never pay it off, then all you did was just get into a lifetime rental agreement because you never will pay off your own home. So the point to getting a home is to own the home. And that's what I'm saying. You're going to wear that 30 years faithfully. You're going to wear that, proudly wear it. But here's the thing. By the time you get to the 5th year, you're going to want to refinance. And by the time you get to the 10th year, you're going to want to refinance. And every time you refinance, you restart over the 30-year slide. So now, are you really going to finish paying off this home before you die? Probably not. So we wear these debts on out, man. And these debts wear us out. And they get to a point to where they wear us out so much that we can't get any lines of credit or any loans from the bank to do any of our entrepreneur or any of our business ideas that we may have, investment things that we may have. A lot of us don't understand about how to use our 401k to pay some of this off. And then Velocity Bank the 401k back. See, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. These are just methods of debt payment. Once you have paid the debt off, then what do? Well, now that I understand the mastering velocity banking, now I understand that I can go into debt with a purpose. I go into debt with a plan. I go into debt with a point of reference. So now debt doesn't wear me all my life. Now when I go get a home, I know it takes 5 to 10 years to pay off the home. Now I know when I get a car loan, I can pay that off in, 1 to 3 years instead of the 5 to 6 they trying to give me, or instead of the 30 that they trying to give me here. Now, and it's the same philosophy with the boat. It's the same philosophy with the college tuition. It's the same philosophy with the vacation money. It's the same philosophy with the 401k money. Now I understand that whatever I do here, whatever I obtain, I now have a strategy of paying it back. Now, when we come into the flip method, this is just trying to pay off total debt. Instead of trying to do the house and get the house first, and then you get the car, and then you get the boat, and then you get the college, and then you get this, that, and the third. So instead of just doing it piece by piece, this is when somebody wants to go and just take it all out. Okay. Now, I don't necessarily know if you can get a whole HELOC for it, but you may can. Okay. Or you may can get a business line of credit for the whole debt. But because I know how to master velocity banking, and because I understand that if I can get all of the household income on the line of credit that I get, or the credit card that I get, and we chunk it all down, then I can even erase my total debt. So I don't have to piece by piece it. Piece by piecing it mean maybe you can only, right now, as a personal line of credit, you may can only get $5,000 to $20,000. So you have to piece by piece with your $5,000 to $10,000. You just have to keep doing your 5 to 10, 5 to 20, 5 to 10, 5 to 20, and kill all of these piece by piece by piece. But if you have good credit enough, or if once you've done this, you've established some good credit, or you may already come into velocity banking with some hellified credit. You ready to go. Well, pick your poison. How do you want to kill your debt? Chunking it with your personal line of credit? Or you want to go ahead and hit it all with a business line of credit if you can get it, or your home equity line of credit? Just take care of all your debt. Okay? Take care of all your debt. What are we looking for here? Simple interest principle, right? Or a simple interest rate, letting us know that we don't want it to be amortized. We don't want it to be forever. You see what I'm saying? I want you to give me a simple interest rate, and I got me a simple strategy, and we're going to knock this down and knock it out, and we're going to be well on our way to success and to the advancement of our ideas, of our family, of what we want to put out into the atmosphere. And this is what mastering velocity banking is all about. It's having a strategy to pay off debt. And when you got a strategy to pay off debt, you not only can change bad debt into good debt, but now you have the ability to produce capital for yourself and for whatever ideas you got. As well as that, now you can go into debt with a point, a plan, and a point of reference. That way you know exactly what you're going to do with the money, with the debt, the whole 9 yards. And that's pretty much it, man. That's mastering velocity banking. And I'm your boy Surrender, man, and I appreciate all of you guys for the support and the love that you've been giving Lethal Vital Essentials channel. I ask that you continue to share, subscribe, follow. You can continue to support Black-owned businesses. I appreciate all the love that you have given thus far, because I love you guys, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, man. And until next time, peace.